Well, folks, here we go again. Once again, I can have a positive fishing report. Going forward at this past week and into next week, we're definitely going into another transition period with our fishing. The Chinook salmon run is starting to slow down, wind down, and the steelhead fishing is definitely starting to pick up. So we're shifting gears with our fishing right on schedule. There's not to say that there's not going to be a lot of salmon yet to come. We're well within the spawn. The river's starting to get a bunch of spawned out hens. I always kind of jokingly call them the swimming dead zombies. But that's normal for this time of the year. I mean, it's like I said, everything's running on schedule with the salmon. We're in full spawn. The steelhead are showing up. We're finding a lot of steelhead hanging around the spawning salmon, just sucking on eggs. My joke is the Egg McMuffin bar is open and the steelhead are showing up and getting fat on eggs. So as you can imagine, the egg bite is on. These steelhead are really keyed in on egg patterns right now. We are using a lot of egg patterns on the steelhead. If you're looking for salmon, there's still a lot of quality salmon coming in, trickling in. Not like it was a week ago, but that pace has slowed down. But still, for you salmon fishermen, there's still some nice quality salmon showing up. And I got a feeling we're going to see another week or two at least of that. For the steelhead fishermen, the numbers are just getting better every day. I'm seeing a few more fish every day. We're seeing some real quality. We've gotten into some big fish already. Lost some big fish. We're getting beat up pretty good, which is October steelhead fishing. These things are hot. You hook a steelhead, they just explode. So keep your drags turned down for steelhead. That's one of the tips there. As I've mentioned, I've been kind of fishing up and down through the Douglaston salmon run, and there's fish all through the Douglaston salmon run. The fishing pressure is still right about at their capacity on the Douglaston. However, if you go into the upper river, you can definitely find some fish. You can find some solitude. The last couple of days, some of the parking lots have been a little bit quieter than they have been. I think we're past the peak of people now. Things are starting to quiet down on the river. Lower river's still busy because that's where the best fishing is. So that's basically what's going on upriver. A lot of spawning salmon upriver also. So you're going to have to do a little bit of looking around to find a quality salmon. They're there. They're coming in. There's also some steelhead up there too. So work those little... If you're steelhead fishing, think trout fishing, think cut slots for the steelhead. The salmon are going to be going straight onto the spawning gravel, so they're not going to be holding much in the pools. So you want to, if you're a pool fisherman, work the heads of the pools, work the cuts, the slots. You're going to find your better salmon there that haven't quite spawned yet. You're also going to find your steelhead there. There is a stray coho or two still squirting through, but I haven't seen a lot this past week. The emphasis for myself now is going to be steelhead fishing, so I'll be talking a lot more about steelhead fishing. As for flies, obviously, like I mentioned earlier, we're shifted over to egg flies. The color I like right now is working best for us is orange. Once in a while on a gray day, first thing in the morning, chartreuse might work for a little while. A bleach color egg pattern, like an Oregon cheese, a cream delight, works really good. There's a bunch of bleached eggs in the system too, but I just been using orange egg patterns. In fact, there's a little egg pattern we call an egg beater that I've been using quite a bit. That's been working really well. And we've been getting both steelhead and Chinook salmon on them. If you want to swing, anything in the egg suck and leech theme is where you want to stay with, because that's basically all we've been able to really get steelhead to eat, or even the salmon to eat a lot, is on that egg suck and leech theme. Tippets, I'm definitely fishing later tippets now because we're focusing on steelhead, so I've actually been dropping down at times to 8 pound. I do still like to stay at 10 because if I can get that to work, I prefer to have 10 on because these fish are just so hot when you hook them. We've gotten into some 6-7 pounders that were just like a bomb going off. I mean, they were just really just hauling on us and jumping and ripping, and it's a good thing we had our drags turned down or they would have just ripped us off, and some of them still did. So that's the fly patterns. Water flows have not changed. The dam is still releasing 185. The reservoir is critical still with water flow, so we're still really kind of taking it week by week. We got some rain supposed to be coming in over the next few days. nothing significant, so it's basically going to be maintenance. So we're still worrying about, you know, our water flows and stuff like that. Anything else? One of my guys got a beautiful brown trout the other day, so the browns are still here. Still seeing some browns, but overall the fishing has been very good for the water conditions. The steelhead fishing is picking up almost daily, which is great. If you want to stay out of the crowds, look mid-river, upper river, do a little walking, you'll find some quiet water. The water flows is what it is. The fly patterns, well, like I mentioned earlier, we're doing egg flies for steelhead and even salmon. We're still using a few buggers. The egg sucking leeches are getting it done. And with steelhead also, just cover the water, hit the slots, the cuts, and take a look at the spawning area. Sometimes I'll move right up with the spawning salmon and we can pick some up. Right now, Steve is kind of working around some spawning salmon, is working an egg pattern to see if we can pick up a steelhead in there. And it's just on this piece of water. So going forward, the steelhead fishing is going to get better. We're going to see the salmon fishing winding down, but things are going good. On a closing note, I'd like to say to everybody that just subscribe to the site or the YouTube channel, thank you, welcome. We do have a new fishing video up right now. It focuses on the flies that we were using here during mid-salmon season for the salmon. You'll see that. I'll put a link in the bottom to that. As always, I enjoy your comments. Keep the comments coming, and always hit that like button. If you want to see more of these fish reports, just keep hitting that like button. That tells me to keep doing this. And as always, don't forget, right down there is that subscribe button. Hit that. That always helps us. That's a great help. We got another fishing video I'm hoping to get up maybe the end of this week or early next week. So we got more videos coming along with the fishing reports, and if you hit the bell on that, that tells us that's coming. That's about it, folks. We're ticking along. The fishing's decent. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and feel free to give us a comment. Until later, folks. See ya.